afternoon. The time is 12 o'clock. This is Champion News at 12. From the stables of transmitting from Champion 90.7 FM. I am THERESA ADEYEMI. Presidential advisor defends Super Falcons reward package. Bayo Ononuga, special advisor to the president on information and strategy, has come to the defense of the reward package awarded to the Super Falcons for their victory in the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations WAFCON in Morocco. In a recent post on his X handle, Ononuga expressed surprise at criticism leveled against the presidential rewards by some Nigerians. Ononuga questioned the logic behind the disapproval during a comparison with the BB Niger reality show. He noted that the winner of the show receives a grand prize of 150 million naira, wondering why the gesture to the Super Falcons was met with skepticism. And I quote, President Tinubu has rewarded excellence, creativity, hard work, soccer artistry, and the undying Nigerian spirit. End of quote. Ononuga wrote, highlighting the president's recognition of the team's achievement. He emphasized that the award were a testament to the president's appreciation for the team's dedication and skill. ADC reiterates Peter Obi's continued involvement in coalition. Bolaji Abdullahi, interim National Publicity Secretary of the African Democratic Congress ADC, has clarified that Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, remains a key member of the coalition. Despite speculation suggesting otherwise, Abdullahi emphasized that Obi is still part of the ADC coalition. Speaking on a TV program, Abdullahi stated, and I quote, Peter is in the coalition regardless of what anybody is saying. End of quote. He noted that Obi is aware of the potential risks associated with returning to the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and has chosen to maintain his involvement with the ADC. Abdullahi also highlighted the impact of the ADC's emergence on the PDP, suggesting that the new party has prompted a movement within the main opposition party. However, he emphasized that the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) will wield significant influence over the PDP. Ebonyi State government suspend 87 aides for absenteeism. Governor Francis Nwefuru of Ebonyi State has suspended 87 government officials, including commissioners, senior special assistant, and permanent secretaries, for failing to attend a crucial government function. The suspension announced in a statement on Monday night by the Chief Press Secretary, Monday Uzo, takes immediate effect. The suspended officials are expected to proceed on a 1-month work suspension without salary. The suspended officials include 25 commissioners, 14 senior special assistants, 24 special assistants, 22 permanent secretaries. During the suspension period, the affected officials are prohibited from signing any official document. Commissioners have been instructed to hand over their responsibilities to their respective permanent secretaries. According to the statement, Governor Nwefuru remains committed to upholding the highest standard of conduct and dedication among government officials in serving the people of Ebonyi State. The suspension serves as a reminder of the importance of accountability and attendance in public service. Ijebu Ode Council declares week-long oral curfew, spark mixed reactions. The chairman of Ijebu Ode Local Council in Ogun State, Dare Alibiosu, has declared a week-long oral curfew which has elicited diverse views from residents. The curfew, which will be in effect from midnight to 4 a.m. daily, is part of traditional right that prohibit movement and require residents to remain indoors for their safety. According to Alebiosu, the curfew is in accordance with the customs and traditions of the land and will be observed from Wednesday, July 30 to Tuesday, August 5. He urged residents, particularly non-indigents, to cooperate fully with the directive and maintain public order. While some residents like trader Bisola Kimbola see the declaration as a good development that does not affect their day-to-day business activities, others may have differing opinions. Akimbola commended the council boss for setting a workable time for business to thrive during the oral curfew. The council boss decision highlighted the importance of respecting traditional customs and practices in the community. As the curfew takes effect, residents are expected to adhere to the guidelines and prioritize their safety during their observance period. The Lagos State chapter of the All Progressive Congress APC has highlighted the importance of principled leadership, tested loyalty, and consistent service to the people in shaping Nigeria's democracy. In a statement, the party spokesperson Mogaji Sheyi Oladejo emphasized that unstable coalitions and political theatrics are not the solution to the country's challenges. Reacting to the expulsion of former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai from the Social Democratic Party (SDP), Oladejo attributed El-Rufai's rejection to his restlessness and personal ambition. And I quote, "The APC in Lagos State wishes to make it unequivocally clear our progressive platform is not a revolving door for displaced politicians seeking temporary refuge," he said. End of quote. The party emphasized that El-Rufai's expulsion serves as a cautionary tale for politicians who prioritize personal ambition over collective interest. And I quote again, "The future of Nigeria's democracy lies not in unstable condition and political theatrics, but in principled leadership, tested loyalty, and consistent service to the people," Oladejo stated. End of quote. As the 2027 election approached, the APC reaffirmed its commitment to genuine progressivism, ideologically coherence, and the consolidation of democratic values. The party urged Nigerians to focus on leadership rooted in integrity, stability, and vision rather than being swayed by political drama. The Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency (LASEPA) have sealed off a lounge in Lekki Phase 1, Lagos for persistent noise pollution. The enforcement action is part of the agency's ongoing effort to ensure compliance with the state environmental laws, particularly in residential and mixed-use areas. According to LASEPA General Manager Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, the agency had previously served notices and issued directives to the lounge operators after receiving several unresolved complaints. However, the establishment failed to take adequate corrective measures, leading to the closure. Dr. Ajayi reaffirmed LASEPA's commitment to safeguarding the health and well-being of Lagosians by enforcing environmental standards and regulations. He urged entertainment and hospitality operators across the state to adopt soundproofing technologies and comply fully with environmental guidelines to avoid sanctions. And I quote, "LASEPA remains dedicated to fostering a serene and healthy environment for residents of Lagos State," Dr. Ajayi stated. End of quote. The agency serves as a reminder to businesses to prioritize environmental compliance and respect for resident right to a peaceful environment. The World Bank Group has highlighted Nigeria as a prime destination for private sector investment with potential opportunities worth up to $17.3 billion across 4 key sectors. According to the World Bank's latest Nigeria Country Private Sector Diagnostic, that is the CPSD report, targeted policies reforms could unlock significant private capital inflows into Nigeria's broadband infrastructure, pharmaceutical manufacturing, solar energy, and agricultural value chain. The report identifies the investment potential and job creation opportunities. That is the broadband infrastructure, $4 billion in private investment, and at least 229,000 jobs driven by regulatory reforms such as informing right of free cabs and streamlining license. The manufacturing, it reported $1.6 billion in new investment and 44,000 jobs through resolving bottlenecks like cost misalignment and drug approval delays. And solar energy, $8.5 billion in investment, and 365,000 jobs by 2030, enabled by policy reforms such as raising the mini grid permit cap and improving distribution company performance. And also in agricultural value chains, it estimated $4.8 to $6 billion in private capital and 344,000 through improving extension services, seed systems, and value chain coordination in cassava and soybean production. The World Bank Group Diagnostic aims to inform policymakers and investors, emphasizing that with bold and coordinated reforms, Nigeria can reposition itself as a hub for sustainable, private sector-led growth. This investment is expected to drive inclusive growth, create hundreds of thousands of jobs, and support national development priorities, addressing challenges such as limited economic diversification, regional disparities, climate vulnerabilities, and high youth unemployment. From the foreign scene, at least 30 Palestinians, including 14 women and 12 children, were killed in Israeli airstrikes on the central Nusra district in Gaza, according to the Gaza Civil Defense Agency. The strikes, which occurred overnight and into the morning, targeted residential homes in the Nusrat refugee camp. The Al-Awda hospital confirmed receiving the bodies of the 30 martyrs. The Israeli military has not commented on the incident, which is part of the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The conflict, which began on October 7, 2023, has resulted in the death of over 59,900 Palestinians in Gaza, according to the Amman Territory's Health Ministry. In response to international pressure to address the humanitarian crisis, Israel has declared a series of tactical pulses in military operations starting on Sunday to allow for deliveries. These pulses will take place in key populated areas between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. daily. The situation in Gaza remains dire, with concerns about famine and the need for sustained humanitarian assistance. Talking sports, Uganda's national team coach Paul Put has acknowledged the significant challenge ahead as the Cranes prepare for the 2025 African Cup of Nations AFCON. Drawn into Group C, Uganda will face stiff competition from three-time champions Nigeria, consistent performance Tunisia, and East African rivals Tanzania. Put described the group as anything but easy, highlighting the strain of Nigeria and Tunisia. And I quote, "There are so many games in Africa," he said. Nigeria were runners-up at the last AFCON and remain one of the strong sides on the continent. Tunisia is a consistent performer, regularly reaching the quarterfinals. Despite the tough job, Put remains optimistic about gender protest. Still, we must believe in ourselves and make the most of this opportunity, he said. End of quote. Uganda has a rich history, having qualified for the tournament 7 times since their debut in 1962. Their best finish came in 1968 when they reached the final, ultimately losing to Ghana. With determination and a strong team spirit, the Cranes aim to build on their past performance and make a strong impression in the upcoming tournament. Back here in Nigeria, the Transcorp Tenny, the entertainer, electrifies presidential dinner for Super Falcons. The Transcorp Hilton was abused with energy on Monday night as Teniola Akpata, popularly known as Tenny the Entertainer, delivered a high-octane performance that left the Super Falcons and guests in awe. A dynamic stage presents an ant mix eat at the audience on their feet, making it a standout act as the presidential dinner held in honor of Nigeria's football queens. The dinner was hosted by President Bola Tinubu and First Lady Oluremi Tinubu. At the presidential banquet, all celebrated the Super Falcons' dramatic 3-2 comeback win over Morocco in the WAFCON final on July 26, 2025. The victory marked the team's 10th continental title. The star-studded celebration also featured performances by notable artists Flavor and Timi Dakolo as the federal government rolled out the red carpet for the reigning champions. The event was a testament to the team's dedication and prowess, and tennis performance added to the excitement and joy of the occasion. And that's it on Champion News at 12. Don't forget to join us at 3 p.m. for our Metro News and at 7 p.m. for our Yoruba News. My name is THERESA Adeyemi. Many thanks for listening. Good afternoon.
Nigeria, Lagos, mainland. It is a season to try something new with Champion 90.7 FM. Ignite the fire within you.